Have you ever had a dream where you were wearing a ring? It could be gold, silver, or a ring appeared on your finger, and you woke up wondering what it really meant. Dreams about rings can feel deeply personal and spiritual, often leaving you curious about what message your subconscious or even a higher power might be sending you. When we dream of a ring, it's never random. Rings carry meaning. They speak of connection, of promises, of things that last. A ring has no beginning and no end, a symbol of eternity and unity. In ancient times, rings represented power, love, and covenant. Kings wore them as a sign of authority, lovers exchanged them as symbols of loyalty, and families passed them down as treasures of belonging. So when you see yourself wearing a ring in a dream, it often means connection, maybe to a person, a calling, or even a divine promise being fulfilled in your life. It can be a message from the spiritual realm, reminding you that something sacred is being sealed, that you're stepping into a new season where things begin to align. If the ring in your dream was gold, it often symbolizes purity, divine favor, and something lasting. Gold doesn't tarnish, it endures. A gold ring in a dream can point to enduring love, stability, or a blessing that will stand the test of time. It may also represent your worth, a quiet reminder from God that you are chosen, precious, and valued. If the ring was silver, the meaning shifts slightly. Silver represents reflection, redemption, and inner peace. It mirrors light, so dreaming of a silver ring might mean you're entering a season of healing or clarity. It could be a sign that you're being refined, learning to let go of old wounds, and seeing yourself as you truly are, strong, whole, and loved. Then there's the diamond ring, one of the most powerful symbols you can dream about. A diamond ring often points to a divine covenant or a promise about to be fulfilled. It could mean that a relationship or commitment is being strengthened, or that something valuable and permanent is being confirmed in your destiny. A diamond's brilliance reflects truth and unbreakable strength. When it appears in a dream, it could mean that your faith, your vision, or your love is becoming unshakable. If the ring you wore was made of wood, rope, or another material that doesn't usually last, it may point to something in your life that feels fragile or uncertain. Maybe there's a connection or responsibility that looks strong on the surface but needs more attention to truly endure. This kind of dream often encourages you to check where your trust lies, to make sure your commitments are built on truth, not pressure. Sometimes, you might find yourself wearing a ring that you didn't put on yourself. This can feel mysterious, almost magical. It can mean a divine assignment or promise is being placed upon you. Something that's not from your own effort, but from grace. It could be a new opportunity, a spiritual calling, or even a sign that your destiny is being confirmed. But what happens when the ring feels heavy or tight on your finger? That could represent pressure. Maybe something in your waking life feels forced, uncomfortable, or out of place. It could be a commitment that no longer feels right. A responsibility that's become too much, or even an emotional burden you need to release. And if the ring is loose, slipping off your finger, or about to fall, it could symbolize fear. Fear of loss, fear of rejection, or uncertainty in a relationship or goal. Sometimes our subconscious uses this image to show us where insecurity has crept in, reminding us to strengthen our sense of trust and confidence. Losing a ring in a dream can be emotional. It may represent regret, broken trust, or the ending of something once meaningful. But not every loss is negative. Sometimes it's a sign that one chapter is closing, so a new one can begin. God might be showing you that it's time to release what no longer serves your growth or peace, so that something better can take its place. How you feel in the dream matters as much as what you see. Were you peaceful and content while wearing the ring, or anxious and confused? The emotion in the dream reveals its message. Joy and calm usually point to divine confirmation. Unease or sadness can point to an area that needs attention, healing, or change. Rings also carry deep spiritual meaning. In scripture, they often represent authority, identity, and sonship. Think of Joseph in the book of Genesis. When Pharaoh gave him his signet ring, it meant he carried royal authority. So, if you dream of wearing a ring, it could mean God is giving you spiritual authority, responsibility, or confirmation of your purpose. It's a sign that something has been placed in your hand and you're being equipped for what's ahead. P. It can also mean a promise is being fulfilled. Maybe you've been waiting, praying, or believing for something to shift. The ring appears as a sign of completion, a reminder that the waiting season is ending and that the promise is being sealed in your life. P. Sometimes, however, a ring can appear as a warning. If the ring looks beautiful but feels strange, or if it's given to you by someone who feels untrustworthy, the dream could be cautioning you. It might mean you're being tempted to agree to something that looks appealing but isn't right for you. Not every opportunity or relationship that glitters is meant to be accepted. Pay attention to the details, how it feels, not just how it looks. Dreams about engagement or marriage rings often carry special meaning too. They usually symbolize readiness for commitment, but that doesn't always mean literal marriage. Spiritually, it can mean you're ready to align with your destiny, to embrace your calling, or to commit to a new level of purpose. It could mean you're saying yes to the next step in your spiritual or personal growth. If you're single and dream of wearing a wedding ring, it could reflect a longing for love or partnership. But on a deeper level, it may symbolize divine preparation. That something within you is aligning. That you're ready for connection, whether in relationships, purpose, or destiny. If you're married and you dream of wearing your ring, it could point to renewal. It might be time to rekindle your connection, rebuild trust, or remind yourself of the commitment you made. It can also be a spiritual reflection of unity and strength in your relationship. Sometimes, you might see yourself wearing several rings or exchanging them with others. Multiple rings can represent multiple responsibilities, blessings, or opportunities. If it feels exciting, it's a sign of abundance. But if it feels heavy, it's a gentle reminder not to spread yourself too thin, to focus on what truly matters. If someone gives you a ring in a dream, that's often a sign of favor or honor. It could mean you're about to be recognized, promoted, or trusted with something new. But if you're the one giving a ring, it can mean you're ready to give your trust, to open your heart, or to form a meaningful connection with someone or something. The shape of a ring itself is deeply symbolic. A circle has no end. It represents eternity, wholeness, and completion. Dreaming of wearing a ring can be your spirit's way of saying that something in your life is coming full circle. Something that began long ago is finally finding its fulfillment. On a deeper level, rings also symbolize covenant. Spiritually, they remind us that God's promises are unbreakable. Isaiah 49, verse 16 says, "See, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands." Just as a ring rests on the hand, this verse shows that we are permanently held in God's care. So when you dream of wearing a ring, it might be His way of saying, "I have not forgotten you. My promise still stands." It's important to remember that not all dreams are literal. Some are symbolic, designed to stir awareness and guide you. If this kind of dream lingers in your heart, take it as a call to pray and seek understanding. Ask God for clarity. You may discover that this ring represents your authority, your identity, or a divine promise that's beginning to unfold. Dreams like these often appear before major life transitions, when you're about to make a big decision, step into a new season, or accept a divine assignment. The ring serves as a seal, a confirmation that you are ready, that you are covered, and that you've been chosen for what's coming next. So the next time you dream of wearing a ring, don't dismiss it. Think about how it made you feel, what the ring looked like, and who was present. Whether it's about love, purpose, identity, or covenant, know that dreams are one of the ways your spirit speaks, and one of the ways God whispers His truth into your heart. At its core, a ring represents connection and completion. It's about belonging, unity, and the faithfulness of promises that endure forever. So maybe your dream isn't about jewelry at all. Maybe it's about destiny. Maybe it's a gentle reminder that something beautiful, divine, and eternal is being sealed in your life. And perhaps, even more than that, it's God's way of saying that His promise concerning you will not fail. You are seen, you are chosen, and what is meant for you will not pass you by.